for full-time iRacing. Oh, we got the track almost blocked! How's it going, y'all? Welcome to Garage 32. My name's Jared, and today we are back once again in iRacing. This time we are running the ARCA Menard Series cars at Oulton Park for another Week 13 Series event. This is going to be the shorter Foster's configuration of the course, so the 10-lap race is going to click by pretty quick here. I think I was running about 1 minute a lap in quali. Haven't really done much practice, and the little amount I did, I spent more time getting acquainted with the local gravel traps. Somehow still managed to stick the car in pole, so we'll see how this goes. I really don't know. I'm just here to have fun, and yeah, let's get to it. Pace cars off, and we got green. Be a little conservative here into turn one. Don't need to get punted off. Also don't need to stuff myself off into the tire wall. Looks like we got a pretty good jump to start. Again, with limited practice, really going to take it a little bit easy. That said, I'm not going to be limping here, that's for sure. This car likes to slide, likes to dance a little bit. Well, sounds like we got trouble behind already. But yeah, as I was saying, this car really is a blast to drive on the road course. It's very lively. Requires you to be a bit patient on corner entry so you don't wheel hop the car or overdrive it, but you still absolutely can hustle it. You definitely have to get up on the wheel just to hold it under you. Looks like we had a little bit of help from incidents behind, but we have already pulled 1.8 seconds clear of P2. Is not something I was expecting when I registered for this race about a minute and a half before it closed. Really just kind of a spur of the moment, looked like an interesting combo, but seems to be going alright so far. And honestly, I know these cars are built for ovals, and I know most of the content on my channel thus far has been oval content, but I really do love ripping these around the road courses. They're just so fun, especially at a track like Oulton where you got a little bit of elevation change, the track's got a nice flow. These cars just are so well suited to this, and it really is just a joy to sling these around. And honestly, this kind of makes me wish that the real-world ARCA series would do more kind of smaller road courses aside from your usual, you know, Watkins Glen, Sonoma, that kind of stuff the Cup Series runs. Obviously going to Lime Rock this year is pretty cool, but, you know, ARCA used to run New Jersey Motorsports Park. Back when they were the K&N East Series, I believe they actually ran at Virginia International Raceway as well. So I kind of would like to see them go back to some of that. Obviously the sim isn't 100% to real life, but if it's anything to go by, these cars seem like they'd put on a pretty good show. You can definitely huck them around a little bit. Also, driving these kind of makes me wish for maybe some more kind of full-bodied, stock car style vehicles on iRacing that are more road course oriented. You know, maybe something like the Wheel and Euro Series cars or Trans Am or even TA2. Now, that said, I think, unfortunately, those series might suffer a little bit in the participation department, as some other recent additions have, but I don't know, just from being a fan of all different types of motorsports, I think they'd be really fun to drive. I'm still having a blast here, and this car's really just nice to drive around here. You can push it a little bit, you really can feel it. It's a very mechanical driving experience underneath you. Of course, it being a stock car, it's still got the old H-pattern dog box gearbox, so you actually don't have to use the clutch to shift this, but I am still using an H-pattern like you would in real life. And honestly, I think that just adds to the fun. Slamming this thing into gear as you're hustling the car around is just such a joy. Ooh, maybe pushed a little too hard there. We're getting a little tight. Also got to be cognizant there's gravel everywhere on the track. Looks like a couple of people have been getting familiar with the gravel traps as I did during practice. We got to keep that in mind here, make sure we don't stuff it off like an idiot.
Just hit the fastest lap.
Looks like we are still keeping pretty good pace, pulling away from P2. Already extended that gap up to 7.5 seconds. Jeez. That is not what I was expecting coming in here with absolutely no practice and looking like a complete novice in the couple laps I did do. That said, we are now coming up on a lapper, so I got to be careful here not to do anything too sendy. No need to get greedy. We've got a good cushion, so we'll just drive a nice, sensible race from here.
You got a slow car on the left.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's a little tight there. Looks like he got off in the grass, maybe got a little loose, started to come back across the track, but we're okay, we're by it, and all the panels on the car are still as straight as they can be. Of course, I did say at the beginning of this, laps are going to click by pretty quick, and you can see that there. We're already halfway through, and I am a complete moron, missed my braking point, lock up. Now I'm starting to show that I skipped practice here. But that's okay, we got a pretty good cushion to play with here over second position. Just got to focus on being smooth. I'm noticing I'm sawing on the wheel a lot. Kind of trying to hustle a car, maybe a little too much. Talk about how nice it is to throw around, but obviously if you drive like a complete lunatic and start sliding it, your tires are going to hate you in the long run. So just got to be sensible here, get in a rhythm, bring it home for these last 4 and a bit laps that we're going to have here. It looks like the 5 cars maybe found something a little bit. He's actually catching up to us. I don't know if I'm burning my tires off or he's suddenly figured something out, but that delta seems to be going in his favor a little bit. Now, granted, my turn 1 last time through didn't help either, so we'll be a little more sensible there, make it mostly on the racing line. Didn't really have to stray off the track at all. Man, I tell you what, that right-hander there is so satisfying when you get it right. Much as I love fast sweepers and sometimes whine about technical corners, a little braking zone like that where the car's loaded up, turning one direction, and then you got to get it back going the other, it is a fun time, especially when you nail it. That said, I don't know if I've nailed any of these corners once yet. I'm still kind of just driving and feeling it out. I think I should have been in first gear there. I keep kind of alternating between them. It feels like I'm RPM bombing the corner, maybe a little too much in first, but then second it bogs down a little bit, and I almost feel like I could use a little more rotation. I don't know if the 5 had something maybe to slow him up, because that gap now is up to over 9 seconds. So again, really just got to keep running the pace we're running. Don't do anything too sandy. Don't do anything ridiculous. No need to get greedy here. But again, knowing me, I do tend to like to drive flat out. I tend to maybe overdrive a little bit. I think honestly when I start trying to be conservative and getting that in my head, that's usually where I make mistakes. So I think I got to just keep with this rhythm here because we're going all right other than that one lock up into turn 1 where I just completely had a brain fart and forgot where I was supposed to brake. Man, even just over a crest like that, you can feel that car starting to dance a little bit, and it's so fun to, I don't know, just feel it squirm. The back end wants to be everywhere at once, and you gotta just hold on. Of course, compared to some of the other stock cars on here, this isn't even most powerful, so can't wait to maybe try a road course race in the Truck Series, maybe even the Xfinity Series cars. Well, I guess maybe next season they're going to be called the O'Reilly Auto Parts cars, so I got to start getting used to saying that. But yeah, man, driving this car is really making me wish we actually had a full-time road course series for ARCA, or even just any of the stock cars, because this is such a blast to run. And as nice as it is to have this Week 13 series to have a little bit of fun, take these cars to tracks that they're not supposed to go on, I really would love a series running this for full-time iRacing. Oh, we got the track almost blocked. Ooh, I don't know about that rejoin there, but we survived it, so not going to complain too much. Alright, just got to make it another half lap without getting torpedoed somewhere. Well, that said, I think I'm perfectly capable of torpedoing myself, so maybe I shouldn't overlook that possibility either. Alright, nice and smooth through here. Now I'm still sawing at the wheel a little bit, kind of trying to fish for grip, but it seems to be working for me. Seems like a safe enough strategy. I can feel where the limit is. This car really does like to be corrected. It is very manageable. And as we come out of the last corner, here we go across the line. Checkered flag, that is P1 for us. Whew. Yeah, tell you what, I know we didn't really have much of a battle there, but still was really fun wrangling this car on the track, nonetheless. I really had fun with that. I think maybe later in the week I'm going to have to run some of the other combos I got with this car. I think there's the Roval coming up, or even taking them over to Okayama. Yeah, just some fun stuff. Yeah, this has been a blast. If you have not tried these ARCA cars, or indeed any stock car on a road course, I do highly recommend it. It is one of the most raw and engaging driving experiences you can have, and yeah, man, it's a blast. But yeah, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I hope to see you in the next one.